go. What is up, everybody? How's it going? Let me just kind of center everything. Sorry, I'm trying to fix everything before we start it on up here. Sorry if everything's kind of washed out. I'm trying to get this lighting just about right. Center everybody here. Just playing around a little bit. It is Labor Day. It has been quite a while since I've done a video. I want to say about 3 weeks, which is completely on my shoulders. Uh, I've been trying to get back to doing reviews as much as possible on a regular basis, but it's been quite a struggle, man. I'll be honest with you. But regardless, we are here today. And there's a few things I wanted to just kind of it's Labor Day. We just kind of want to sit back, relax, enjoy our day together. There's no real theme here. Like I said, it's just a chill, relaxed hangout, and we're just going to talk a bunch of different stuff. There's actually a couple of things I did want to discuss, which is a lot of the polls I've been doing. I've been getting some pretty good feedback from the polls I've been posting, and I kind of wanted to just kind of scroll through the polls together and everything, all the feedback that you guys have given me, just so it's not going on deaf ears, and just different topics that we can discuss. And I'll wait for some more people to trickle in here. Once I get some people in here, then we can start. But for the most part, I've really just been kind of playing around, working a lot, focusing on the stepson going back to physically to school, all that fun stuff. But yeah, toy collecting, has been slowed down a little bit. I want to say I've pretty much done a review on every single Joy Toy set that I've gotten so far. And for the most part, I'm pretty pleased with everything that I do have at this point as far as the Joy Toy sets go. I don't know how much more I'm going to add unless we get something a little bit more of a substantial variety from the sets. And don't get me wrong, the sets are very, very well done with variety. But as far as how much space I have, and as you can see here, I'll just go from just show you here the space that I do have here. It's pretty conquered by Joy Toy as far as my review table goes. And I thought it was a cool idea to kind of have the Joy Toy display in the background while I'm doing the videos and stuff like that. I just think it looks good for aesthetics, something a little bit different instead of just your plain old white or black or multicolored backdrops, just to actually have something going on. But yeah, I hope everybody's enjoying their Labor Day here today. And yeah, just kind of wanted to sit back, shoot the shit about some figures, talk some figures for a little while with you guys, and kind of just hang out. Obviously, not everybody can hang out. I get it. Everyone's probably doing like barbecues and cookouts and stuff like that. So it is Labor Day. It's our time to enjoy our day of rest. Pigs Casino, what's going on, bud? How you doing? Welcome. But I don't know. I just got a couple of some of the figures that I've picked up recently. Obviously, these two have been in my collection for a little bit of time, but so I'll just remove them. I just kind of threw them in there for the shot. So we'll get Solitaire and we'll get essentially the other guy out of there. Woodman, what's going on? These three guys, and I actually have two more coming. I have a all black ninja coming, and I got the blue karate gi martial artist coming too. Articulated icons have kind of been really hadn't really caught my eye at all. When they first came out, they had caught my eye initially, and then the price had really turned me off with these. But recently, they've had all the month of August. They had a sale which was actually pretty well done on the Fuchsia's part. They had a really good sale, and if you guys go check out the Fuchsia right now, they have a lot of these figures, the articulated icons, up for sale. I got two of these guys. I mean, these guys were $11.99 each. Dirt cheap. He was only $23, I think. I got the Black Ninja. I think was 23 also, or was he $11? I can't remember, but it's on the website. You'll see it anyway. And I also got what was it? The martial artist was $23. And some of these designs I did want. I wanted the Drunken Master also, but I just didn't want to pay $40 for him. And I think that was really the ongoing theme, was just that price point was just really turning me off as far as the figures themselves, and then knowing some of the problems that these figures have, and then witnessing some of the problems, especially with these two blue ninjas right here, which essentially is what I wanted to use them for my League of Assassins character. I did two arms packs, which was the regular arms and the red arms. So when I get all that stuff here, I will be doing kind of like a retrospective, or just a overview, I should say, of all the articulated icons. So we'll just kind of just talk about them all in one video. We're not going to do separate reviews and all that nonsense for each one. I just think it makes more sense to just kind of give one long video discussing them, and then that's it. Solitaire, like I said, Solitaire I've had for a hot minute. I think I actually picked him up off of eBay for like $20. And then Ninja Gaiden right here. Over here, I think I got him for around the same price. I got these two together. I think they were like $20 a pop off of eBay at the time. Now this was, I think, about a year and a half ago. They were brand new in package. There was no issues with them. I have all their accessories and everything. They're just not shown here. But I thought it was pretty cool. I had no idea that most of these guys did actually have a backstory to them. I think he has more of a backstory, where these guys are kind of army builders, these two right here. Same thing goes for him. He's an army builder as well. But he right here, he's not an army builder. He's actually a character, and so is Solitaire. So he's more of the modern ninja, where these two, like, so for example, like what I was thinking for League of Assassins were these three guys, and then him being kind of the commander, or the leader of that little kind of strike team, and then him kind of being a part of that crew as well. But anyway, I don't know. These are just kind of little different thoughts. Nothing too crazy. Nothing out of the ordinary as far as just world building in my own head as far as that goes. But Zorbox, how's it going, bud? Yeah. Yeah, got to get one of those Mezco Batman. Yeah, I know. So I did pick up, so really good, really quick, not really good, but really quick. I picked him up, this guy, and I'll move them out of the way really quick. And then I'll go over the Bret Hart and everything. You can just see him there. He's kind of in the way though. Move him out here. And him. So this guy I got from a local collector a few weeks ago. I want to say about a month ago, actually, at this point. And he is the Supreme Knight PX exclusive. Now, originally, I was just looking for this guy, and it was the name of the shop is needlesscollectibles.net or com, or one of those. I don't know. I think it's needlesscollectibles.com. But he does have some Mezco figures. He doesn't have too many now, but I ended up getting the PX exclusive and the Supreme Knight, regular Supreme Knight, from him on a really good deal. And he sold them both for pretty much retail. I think I got him for 80 and him for 80 as well. So pretty not bad as far as, especially the PX, I think goes for over 100 now. Actually, really underrated. This PX is a really underrated figure. I think mostly people talk about the regular Supreme Knight release, or some of the variants like the MDX or the a couple of the others. But for the most part, I do think, objectively speaking, I think the regular release is probably the best out of all of the Supremes. But I really like him second best, to be honest with you. I would like to pick up that, what was it, the Darkest Dawn version. That one's really awesome with the interchangeable bat logos for the chest. So you can kind of customize or change up what you want that Batman to look like. But for the most part, I'm pretty satisfied with these two for now, especially price point wise. You know, Mezcos are not cheap. These are not $20 figures, they're $80 figures a pop or more sometimes. So, but I just kind of wanted to, you know, just showcase them for a little bit. I really want to do reviews on all of them, but I don't want to do, you know, a, a bunch of reviews because there's a bunch of Mezco Batmans I would like to get, like the Ascending Knight. I'd like to get him. I'd like to get the Sovereign Knight, but these prices just keep going up and up, and it's getting tougher and tougher to track down. So for now, I'm pretty happy with these two. I would like to track down, what was it? I also picked up, what was it? Wonder Woman, and I got Aquaman, and what was it? John Stewart. What's wrong with me? I can't think. My brain's not working. But yeah, I want to go through all of them. I just kind of wanted to just chat up these two really quick because these Mezco Batmans are just really well done, and I'm super impressed with the Mezco Wonder Woman. That I think is fuck. I think one of the most gorgeous Wonder Woman figures I've ever seen. Period. I think it's from head to toe, top notch. I love the extra armor she comes with and everything. She's just a. I think she's a fucking 10 out of 10. And you guys know I don't give 10 out of 10s just that easy, but she's fantastic. Zorpox, yeah, you like the Brett? You know what? I like this Brett too. What was it? I picked him up from Ringside Collectibles, which I kind of have still some reservations about buying from, but just because of the way that they corner the market. But you know, you're kind of shit out of luck if you don't buy from them, especially the exclusives, because you can't really find them anywhere else. So this Brett he's okay. There's other Bretts that have come out that are nicer. This is obviously his 1996 attire right here, when he fought Stone Cold in that absolute classic at the 96 Survivor Series with Brett's big comeback. And the attire, I think, is pretty decent. That kind of, their paint apps haven't really changed all that much. Their face gains have been a little bit better over the years. But for the most part, I want to say a lot of them, like, a lot of them have just kind of been just the same. Like, we haven't gotten any evolution in this body type. And I get they have a subline called the Ultimates, and they tried charging $35 for those, which, when you compare to other $35 figures, are you really getting what you are asking for there with price? I don't know necessarily. I think if they would have just fixed these with some butterfly joints here and just made the Ultimates figures the regular Elites, I think that would have made a lot more sense. And you could have maybe just stuck them at a $25 price point, seeing as, you know, Marvel Legends are $22 now, or $20, depending on where you buy them from. And they have all of that articulation. They continue to evolve as a $20 brand, where Mattel's kind of been stuck on stupid since 2009, 2010. So it would be nice to see some evolution in this body type. You know what I mean? We don't get a whole lot of variety with the Elites anymore. It's just kind of retread. But I'm happy to see that Brett actually got knee pads, which is a good thing. That's nice. The attire itself, I think, looks pretty good. He comes with multiple different hands and such. I really want to do a review, or more so a comparison, with this figure and the Elite that did come out a while back that I kind of discussed. I want to say almost, about almost 2 years ago that figure came out, the Ultimate Bret Hart with the interchangeable jacket and arms and everything. And I'd like to start doing more wrestling reviews, but a lot of people just don't care to watch them. What's going on, Woodman? Action figure expert, how you doing? Woodman, how's it going? Hello, hello, hello. And the call to action show is here. Mr. Fixer, how you doing, bud? Nice to see you. Thanks for popping in. Be sure to check out the call to action show. Fixer is a really nice guy. Very, very kind dude. I met him at Joe Fest. Just very approachable, nice, genuine guy. So be sure to check out his channel. Give him a like and a sub and all that fun stuff. And, spread the love, That's what we do here. But yeah. So the Brett's okay. He's all right. He's just your typical elite. He does come with a pink chair that was supposed to say Survivor Series on it. And I will say it does not say Survivor Series on the chair. They kind of muffed or whiffed on that one, But he is still a decent looking Brett. It is a new face sculpt. The face scan is there. Like I said, if you lift up the glasses, you can kind of see it's a little awkward looking, the face. But, the hair is something different. I'm not used to seeing the slick back hair for Brett, but, it's nice that they changed it up a little bit. And I think around this time he did have a little bit of a different haircut from, late 96 going into 97, all through 97 into his WCW years. So he kind of changed it up a little bit, not too much though. Brett was very consistent looking character as far as his look went, but we'll set Brett aside now too. Right. And so what I did want to talk about really quick was some of the polls that I actually did with you guys, and I thought this would be a fun little segment to do. I can't. Hold on. Before I get to that, let's talk about Mr. Shriek here. And I did ended up getting Dr. Fate. Shriek here, he's pretty cool. If you're familiar with Batman Beyond, then you know who Shriek is. I believe Shriek was also was that? I think I'm confusing somebody else. Anyway, but he is a Batman Beyond character, and they're coming out with that little bit of a Batman Beyond wave. It's kind of spread out, and I think it's a Target exclusive wave. Apparently, DC and McFarlane don't think Batman Beyond is a very popular thing, so they're like, oh, let's just make it Target exclusive, because now the people will give a shit about that. Although, what was it, Death Metal Batman seems to get more love than Batman Beyond, which I think is a shame. But anyway, Shriek's pretty cool. He's a little bit limited in some range of motion areas. I don't even know what that means, but some of his range of motion is what I meant to say is limited, especially in the wrist area. But I like his overall sleek design. The Cyclops of a helmet he's got here is pretty awesome. He does come with a little effect right here, which is pretty cool. You're actually a really awful person? I doubt that. Now you're being modest. God, Fixer, you're such an awful human being. Oh my God. How dare you? But anyway, some of the polls you got that I've been kind of posting, and I'm only going back like about a month, and I try to like just give you guys different objective scenarios to kind of vote your ideas or your thoughts, comments, concerns on. And this is just going, like I said, back a month. And I just thought this would be a cool little thing and we could kind of chat it up, bullshit around. Like I said, this is just a hangout, so we're shooting from the hip here. But the first one I asked, which was about a month ago, was, so in this scenario, you own the following figures in your collection. which is the first toy line that you which is the first toy line you would sell off? And the options were Marvel Legends, Star Wars The Black Series, DC Multiverse McFarlane, G.I. Joe, and Transformers. And with a resounding thud, you guys said you would sell off first your DC McFarlane figures, which is a shame because they're actually really good figures. I think in some cases they're better than Marvel Legends, which has kind of been Marvel Legends been riding the pine for a long time about doing the same old thing. Where McFarlane, I think a lot of people are ready to let go of McFarlane just because of the unteenth Batman, instead of focusing on what product has been given to us so far. I think the sculpts are far superior on a DC McFarlane figure over a Marvel Legend any day of the week. Um, Sculpt is where you're going to get the best thing from McFarlane. That's kind of always been the case, especially with their statuesque figures or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that would be the first one to get rid of. Um, I don't know. Like I said, I've always been a advocate for both Marvel and DC, but I was born a DC guy, so I would probably get rid of my Marvel Legends first before my DC stuff. But Black Series, I don't know. Black Series, I've kind of fallen out of love with Black Series. I just, I don't know. It's not that they haven't been releasing, because I don't need a toy line to release stuff for me to like it or enjoy it. I don't know how much more of those figures I need. I pretty much have what I need, and I'm good at this point. Um, if they ever made an X-Wing, I'd probably pick that up. But I have a TIE Fighter, I have a Snow Speeder. If I got an X-Wing for Luke, I'd be happy, and then that would be the end of it. Um, I have all the Luke Skywalkers I could ever ask for. Yeah, GI Joe coming in at 13%. So it went DC Multiverse at 42%, then Marvel Legends at 21%, then Transformers at 14%, then GI Joe at 13, and then actually Star Wars Black Series had the lowest at 10%, which is pretty crazy when you think that, I would have thought, well, I guess Star Wars is more popular than all of them, as far as like, brand variety. Star Wars is one of the biggest, if not the biggest, probably franchise name out there. Everybody knows what the fuck Star Wars is. So I guess that does make sense. I don't have a humongous emotional attachment to Transformers 2. I love Transformers, don't get me wrong. But you know, I they would probably be around the Marvel Legends. Like I'd probably sell off some of my Transformers before I sold off my DC or my GI Joe or my Black Series maybe. But the next one I asked for was, is the GI Joe Classifieds line? And I think a lot of you guys started your faces started to melt when I asked this question, and it seemed like I purposely said something at the end to kind of not necessarily load the question, but kind of see who was going to get butthurt. So I did it on purpose to maybe trigger some people. Can I see some Marauders? I don't have any Marauders. Where are the Marauders? I don't know. They're around somewhere. Maybe towards the end of the video, I'll do some Marauders there. Juanito. Brett Richards, what's going on? How you doing, Brent? Good to see you, buddy. But I asked this question. This was the second question that I asked about a month ago, and this was, is the G.I. Joe Classifieds line overrated and a product of a hype train? And then I said, I already know my answer. And I think a lot of you figured immediately that my answer was, yes, it's overrated and underwhelming. And then the second choice was no. Just a simple no. And some of you guys got really, really pissed well, I wouldn't say really pissed, but some of you got a little ornery about it. Like I was attacking the GI Joe classifieds line or something, which I wasn't, but I do think it's overrated and underwhelming. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna sit here and bullshit anybody. You guys know I'm a straight shooter, and I always tell you exactly how I feel about something. And I do think it is overrated, and I do think it is very well hyped up. I think the product that you get, it's very similar to Marvel Legends. The product that you see before you get it always seems better than the product in hand. It is. It's just you see something and you think it's going to be oh so great, and then when you get it in hand, you just kind of realize oh it's just like everything else. And I'm not trying to be a jerk about it. It's just my opinion. You guys can take it or leave it. You don't have to agree with everything that I say, and I don't have to agree with everything you guys say. But I don't really see anything too special about that line, and I'm still going to stick to my guns about it. And I have actually picked up, what was it? I have Duke, I have Flint, and I have Lady J. And what was it? I got Zartan and Major Blood. Those are the ones that I have. That's it. I don't have any others, no more, no less. And I'm really not, like, Major Blood looks really good. Don't get me wrong. He's probably the best of the bunch, him and Zartan. Duke is, if you want to know my thoughts on Duke, you can see the review. Flint and Lady J. Lady J is, ooh, that face. Ooh, that face. What was it? Flint, he's fine. I had to immediately give him a NECA gun from one of my Tournamentators. I gave him the what was it? He was like a Benelli now, which I think works so much better for him. Because that shotgun he comes with, and a lot of the weapons that those figures come with are just the drizzling shits. No, thank you. I think the futuristic look works for Cobra and not G.I. Joe. G.I. Joe needs to be a little bit more dumbed down, I think. And I've always been saying that. I feel like I'm just repeating myself at this point. 99% of my stuff is 1/18 scale, and that's fine. I like classified, and it's improving, but there's still work to do, in my opinion. I agree, Fixer. I agree. Yeah, I mean, there's always something that could be done better, right? You always see a growth in a line, and like I said, Classified's line is relatively new. It's a baby. I consider Mezco as a toy line still infancy. It's still learning what to do and what not to do. It's a growthful thing. DC Multiverse McFarlane, it's a growth thing. They're still trying to figure stuff out. The ankle joints on these, they're getting a little bit better. See, they're getting a little bit more flush. Where if you look at an earlier McFarlane ankle, it's they don't look so hot, and that's just the truth. Not gonna bullshit. The earlier Mezco figures that ran around, what was it, $40 to $45? The cloth on them wasn't necessarily the best thing. The capes weren't necessarily the best thing either. There's a growth process there. A toy line has to be given time to evolve. If you look at early Joy Toy figures like these, well, not these specifically, but I'm saying these are more up to date figures, so they're better. But if you look at the early Joy Toy stuff, like that stuff, oof, some of those figures would just simply fall apart, and that's just kind of the growth process. But I still think that the figures from what I've seen and what I own are overrated. I don't see the price point that they go for. Like, it's insane. Like, shit sells out in 3 seconds, and then it's hard to get, and then the prices go through the roof, and it's like, oh my God, people are paying $100 for a Viper. And I'm like, what are you doing? You could have bought a Mezco figure with that. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Don't do that. But anyway, so like I said, it wasn't to diss the line. I try to be objective as possible. Sometimes my biases will come out, And I apologize for those ahead of time. I usually do. And I always usually admit when I'm wrong, but you know, if I'm trying to give you my objective opinion on that, I just think it's got a lot of growth to do. They're still really well articulated figures, and they're not bad figures by any means. I just think that people think they're a little bit better than they are. I'm probably going to get someone to say, "Oh, well, what do you want from them?" Uh, I always get that. But anyway, the next question I asked was, what's the best first-person shooter franchise? The choices were Call of Duty, Halo, Battlefield, and Doom. Oh, and on the G.I. Joe Classifieds one, actually 61% agreed with me. So 61% said yes, it's overrating and overwhelming, and 39% said no, it is not. So just to point that out. But the next one, like I said, first, what's the best first-person shooter franchise? And the choices, like yet again, I said Doom, Battlefield, Halo, Call of Duty, and Halo actually just squeaked out the win with 35% over Call of Duty, which had 31%, and then there was Doom at 19% and Battlefield at 15%. I think I pretty much agree with this. They're all really good franchises, I think. Doom, the recent Dooms, have been really good. Like, very good. But yeah, FPSs, I think that's a pretty good scenario right there, so I'm not going to really touch on it too much. There's not really much else to say. Juanito says Battlefield and Call of Duty. I could see that. Yeah, Halo's pretty good, man. I mean, Halo started a lot, or did a lot for the FPS games. You know, it kind of recultured the FPS games. I want to say, but anyway, and so I mean, Doom started it all really, and GoldenEye kind of helped evolve first-person shooters, and then Call of Duty came, and you know, so on. We all know the story after that. The next question I asked was, what's your favorite horror slasher movie franchise? Duke Nukem too. Yes, that's a good point there, Woodman. But I asked, what's your favorite horror slasher movie franchise? And the options were Scream, Friday the 13th, Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street, or Child's Play. And, starting from the bottom and working our way to the top here, poor Child's Play only got 3%. Oh, poor Chucky. And then Nightmare on Elm Street actually got 18%, which I was actually surprised. I thought that was going to be a front runner. Then next up, Scream got 20%. And then Halloween with 27, and then Friday the 13th, my man Jason Voorhees with the number one spot, squeaked it out with a resounding 32%. That would have been my pick as well. I love me some Scream. I love me some Halloween. You guys know I love horror. Man, if I could sit here and just talk about horror films all day and wrestling, how my mouth would never shut up. But anyway, but yeah, Friday the 13th won that one out. And yeah, the next one was, and this was about a month ago as well, so Motu Revelations, yay or nay? Just simple yay or nay. At 68%, the nays won it. And I would have to agree with the nays. I watched, what was it, a couple episodes, and I was like, yeah, I'm good. I don't need to see. I know where this is going. Um, and then I've heard multiple people just say, just don't watch it. It's just don't watch it. Don't watch it. Don't talk about it. So that's what we're going to do. At 32%, the yays had it. But the nays actually didn't squeak it out, just kind of said, get out of here, yays. The nays won it at 68%. So a lot of people are not liking Motu Revelations. I did pick up this guy, though. And I got to say, he's a mixed bag. I really got to say, he's a mixed bag. I hate his skin tone. I don't know what they've done with this skin tone, but it looks like, I don't know how to explain it. Like early 2000s plastic. Early 2000s or mid 2000s like Marvel Legends plastic. And I didn't like that. That's not a good thing, okay? I shouldn't say early 2000s. I should say probably mid to late 2000s Marvel Legends. So he's kind of a little odd. The face looks like a little kid with long hair, and then he's got this big muscular body. I want to like this, and then there's certain areas over here that just seem dull, like the whole tunic. It just seems like he could, if he had a wash on him, he'd look so much better. A light wash, not like he rolled around in fucking shit and mud, you know. But a light wash. It just seems like a lot of the paint apps were really, really just not taken care of. The articulation on him is pretty decent. The range of motion is pretty decent. I like the anatomy of the figure itself, but there's just something off. And he just, like I said, he just looks kind of like, I don't know, just like a little kid. He doesn't look manly, and I don't know if that's by design, um, if that was on purpose, or if it's just bad sculpt work. I get it's supposed to be the Revelations look, and it's supposed to be that rendition, but I just don't like the face. It just doesn't like. If I go get my Motu Classics He-Man, that's a really good face sculpt, I think, for He-Man. He looks heroic. He looks masculine. He doesn't look. I don't know. If I put the Motu one up next to this, I think the Motu version would kick the shit out of this version. But I don't know. That's just personally my personal opinion. So, and I did pick up, what was it, Moss Man. I just haven't taken him out yet or even kind of messed around with him. So there's Moss Man. But I wanted to do a review on Moss Man because he's always been a really important character to me. He was one of the very few classic, not Motu classics, but original Master of the Universe classics figures I had from the 80s. I didn't have very many just because my parents couldn't afford it growing up, but you know, so he has always held a special place in my heart as far as that's concerned. That and Battle Armor He-Man, which if I ever find the Motu Classics version of that, which goes for like $200, then I would just die a happy man. But anyway, moving on, I'll get Child He-Man out of here. Let's see. Next question I asked was, would you rather have your top 5 favorite figures and that's it, or hundreds of figures that will never be your favorite? And I gotta say, I'm actually pleasantly surprised with this one. Only 25% said everything else, which was the hundreds of figures that will never be your favorite. And a resounding 75% said the top 5 figures quality. And I said quality over quantity because I'm all about quality over quantity. I'd rather have the best figures that I think are the best as opposed to having just all of the everything, you know? And don't worry, I'll get to a lot of, I know there's a lot of questions and comments here. But I'll trust me, guys, I'll get to them. I do want to talk about All Out last night. Yes, Fixer, and we should actually talk some wrestling, Fixer, if you want to, man. Because I've been a wrestling fan since I've fucking 4 years old, man. So, for a very long time. The next question I asked was, would you like to see more Joy Toy figure reviews or Joy Toy Dio set reviews? And some people actually twist your arm. Oh, I will. It's twisting right now. I got you in an arm bar. Arm bar. Sorry. Move number 211. Arm bar. Sorry. A little Jericho humor there. But some people actually commented both. which obviously, but if you have to pick one or the other, 66% had figure reviews only, and then Dio sets at 34%. So I'll start trying to do more figure reviews. I know I've been slacking on that. I've just been trying to get a lot of these Dio sets. My thoughts on the Dio sets, because I think it's a rarity that we get Dio sets that connect together and equal a base at the end of the day. Like, I thought that would be like something that everyone would be like, their heads would explode and want, and they're for a decent price too. So, but I'll start doing more figure reviews. If that's what you guys want. This one I kind of screwed up. You guys are 100% right. I shouldn't have said specific. I should have said stuck with specific toy companies here, and I asked this about 2 weeks ago. What toy company is doing the best so far in 2021? The options were, and what I meant to put was Hasbro, but I meant Marvel Legends in general because it's kind of its own entity at this point. But Mezco, DC McFarlane, I put Marvel Legends, but I meant Hasbro, so I apologize. Mythic Legions or Joy Toy. And Joy Toy actually won. At 42%, Joy Toy won the results. DC McFarlane was second at 27, which I thought was interesting because you guys said you would be the first line that you would get rid of. But then it's one of the toy companies that's doing the best in 2021. So I'm over the moon now. I don't understand what's going on here. So it went Joy Toy, DC McFarlane at 27%, Marvel Legends at 14, Mythic Legions at 9, and then Mezco at 8. I could see that. I could see this. I would definitely put DC McFarlane over Marvel Legends, but I think Mythic Legions I'd put over Marvel Legends just because I don't know. They're just such a special item. I don't know. They're like the grown up He-Man line. It's like the you've got your Motu classics, and then when you put them next to a Mythic Legions, it's like you're a mature adult, and this is your He-Man line right here. So, but yeah, overall, I think it's. I was actually surprised Joy Toy won, but I guess not surprised because they've been knocking everything out of the park. Like, I mean, it's been one hit after another with Joy Toy this year. Next up, I said simply. Wait, I put how figures do you own? I'm such an idiot. I meant to put how many figures do you own? 1 to 100, 100 to 500, 500 to 1,000, 1,000 to 5,000, and then to infinity and beyond, which was just a joke. 1 to 100 actually won the polls, so at 37%, and then 1 to 500 was 26. 1,000 to 500, or 5,000, excuse me, was at 15%, and then 500 to 1,000 was at 13%, and then 10% head to infinity and beyond. So, do I have any Jurassic World toys? No, I do not. I don't really collect any of the Jurassic stuff. I don't. I just don't. A, I don't have the room for it, and B, like if I were to show you my room right now, I have no room anywhere. There's Spawn shit. There's DC stuff. There's all that. I don't have room for shit in this room. I'm still working on that. There's all the wrestlers. There's the Joy Toy and all that fun stuff over there. So literally, I don't have room for shit in this room, especially not a bunch of dinosaurs. So I do not, unfortunately. But the line looks great. I mean, if you're into it, great. That's awesome, man. Go for it. And the next one I asked was, what are your feelings towards the new Spider-Man movie trailer? The options were, oh my God, amazing. Looks okay, meh, don't care, and who's Spider-Man? Or who's Spider-Man? That's actually what it was. But out of 50 votes, 44% got, oh my God, amazing, and then meh with 20%. 18% went to looks okay, 12% said don't care, and 6% said who's Spider-Man, which is funny. All right. Get rid of McStatue? No. These aren't really McStatues, dude. Like, the shit does pose very well. Like, I don't get why people are dissing DC McFarlane. Because I don't know any statue that can do this. So, like, seriously, these have better range of motion than Jurassic Park figures every day, all day of the week and the month and the year. And this is a more hindered character too. So, any figure that can do this, which I've never seen a statue that can do this, bro. Like, ever. Like, ever. Because statues simply don't move. But dude can move just fine. He can pop a squat, and he's a much more hindered figure than some of the others. So people need to stop dissing these figures. I really don't get the diss for the McFarlane figures because they're pretty dope, man. If you give them a chance, they're pretty dope. Oops. Any Lego? No, I don't do Lego. I don't do the Lego. I have some Lego, but it's all stored away, and you know, I don't do it though. I can't do it, Captain. The dilithium crystals won't hold. So no, I can't do it. Let me get this situation off of there. But yeah, dude's pretty sick. DC McFarlane's pretty sick, man. Give it a chance. Personally, with this Spider-Man trailer, I don't know. I just don't care. I'm going to stick with the 12% and say I don't care. Really? I don't know. I think I'm just over the whole Spider-Man thing. I've never really cared that much about the character, to be honest with you. I know, oh my God, someone who doesn't like Spider-Man must hate them, right? But I don't give a shit about Spider-Man. I just don't give a shit. I think I care more about his villains than him. But yeah, don't care. I saw the trailer. I was like, oh, okay, it's just another Spider-Man film, and they're just bringing back old villains that are dead. I don't know why they're doing that, but okay, whatever makes sense. Sure, they'll make sense of it somehow. You know, multiverse and Thanos snap and all that fun shit. Multiverse and all that great stuff. Anyway, moving on. About a week ago, I asked, what are your thoughts on the Suicide Squad movie, the new one? The options were, oh my God, I can't handle the awesome. It was fun. Meh, I hated it. And John Cena did another movie? Which I thought was pretty funny. Oh my God, my head couldn't handle the awesome got 25%, and the winner was it was fun! Exclamation point at 50%. Meh got 15%. John Cena did another movie, got 8%, and I hated it, got 3. Okay, so I saw it. I thought it was fun, so I'm going to stick with I thought it was fun. Nothing too special, but it was a fun movie to watch. I have not seen any of the anime figures. No, I don't. No, I don't really collect anime figures. So, but the next question I asked: are you still looking forward to the Batman movie coming out in March of 2022? Which I feel like we really shouldn't have to wait for this movie to come out. Like, just release it, or if you're going to release it on, in May of next year. Why are we releasing it in March? What's specific about March? I don't know. But anyway, absolutely, I need more brooding in my life was the first one. I'm interested was the second. Meh. And then it's just another Batman movie. No thanks. There's a new Batman movie coming out. Those are the options. I'm interested at 43%. Actually won it. Meh was at 31%. Absolutely, I need more brooding in my life was 14. 7% had it's just another Batman movie, no thanks, and 5% was there's a new Batman movie coming out. So I would go with I'm still interested. I want to give it the benefit of the doubt. and see what they're actually going to give us with this Batman. I know it is a younger one, and you know that is nice to see a younger Batman and not so dumbed down. I think it's going to be kind of like a in between, like a not a Christian Bale Batman, but not a Ben Affleck Batman. Kind of somewhere in between those two. So like in between earnest Batman and comic book Batman. I think that's what we're going to see. But it definitely has that kind of like Seven feel to it, like where we're going to actually see more detective work, murders, investigations, some. I'm hoping no shaky cam fight scenes. For the love of God, I'd love to see that in a Batman movie. But the last one I kind of touched on, which was was just today, was are you a daybird or a night owl? And night owl all the way won at 80%. And I'm a daybird, baby, won at 20. So I don't know. I just thought that was a fun little thing to go through. I will now go through some of your questions and kind of we can chat that up too. Let's see. So first one I'm looking at here. All right. Let's see what we got that I haven't touched on. What did I think of All Out? I thought it's a really good pay per view. It's not the best pay per view I've ever seen. I think let's not. I get a lot of people get caught up in like people's debuts and first appearances on a new brand and all that, and like I've seen it so many times throughout the years where it's kind of like I'm numb to it now, especially when you can see it coming a mile away. But it was a good show. I think match quality, it was solid. Like I said, if you guys just take away the Bryan Danielson, the Adam Cole, the Ruby Riot coming out, or Ruby Soho, excuse me, all of the kind of gaga that they threw in, was it the best show you've ever seen? I don't personally think it's the best show I've ever seen. It's still not better than a bunch of WrestleManias I've seen. It's a good pay-per-view, don't get me wrong, and AEW has been consistently a solid pay-per-view. Sometimes they throw in some filler shit, which I get it. It's going to happen with each pay-per-view, but it's a solid, good pay-per-view. I enjoyed it. I liked it. It's nice to see talented people making a debut, making an impact, and that's exciting. But don't let it blind from the whole overall picture of the show. You know what I mean? Try to be as objective as possible. That's what I'm trying to say. Look at it objectively and not with rose-colored glasses. That's just what I'd like to try and do. I think it was, like I said, it's a good pay-per-view. It would definitely be one pay-per-view I'd like to own physically so I could watch it, rewatch it. I don't think it's the best AEW pay-per-view ever, but it's a good one. It's a good one. It's definitely a good one. Let's see here. Well, crap, I guess we can't be friends anymore. Like I said, it's still a really good pay-per-view. I don't think it's better than WrestleMania 17, which I think is the best WrestleMania ever. That show was stacked top to bottom, like perfect. I don't think you can get a better pay-per-view than that. WrestleMania 19 was really good. I don't know. There's just a lot of pay-per-views, and not even WrestleMania. Talking about WrestleMania, like there's a lot of other pay-per-views that I've seen, even from just New Japan, that I think I would rank ahead of this one. And like I said, I mean the debuts and stuff are awesome and stuff, but with a match quality is what I'm looking for. Let's see. Hasbro seems to have issues sculpting female faces without real world reference. Yeah, I could see that, Greg. Hasbro's consistently been kind of weird with their females. They like been getting the same female body now for almost 10 years. I want to say. So, I get that. Like there's been not a lot of evolution in the unless you're talking about the movie figures, but I'm talking comic book figures. Those are the only ones I collect. And there has not been much of an evolution other than maybe a couple. Like, I'm glad we got Doctor Doom. He's a great sculpt. I think he could use a cloth cape to fix a lot of his balancing issues. I love the Marvel Legends that I do own, but I don't know. I think there's a lot of growth that needs to be happening. They need to start switching shit up. Do I have Sentinel 1 toys? I don't know if I saw your review, the helicopter and the SWAT vehicle. Juanito, I do have some Sentinel 1 toys, yes. I've done a bunch of, I did a bunch of, the live reviews of those. You'll just kind of have to search. I think I put everything under a playlist, so you should be able to go and check my playlists and check those out. I think I did them back in, 2008? No, not 18. Probably 2016, 2017, that era. Let's see, what else do we have? You're a sucker for multiverse and Elseworld stories? Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that, man. You like what you like, You like what you like, bro. Okay, let's see. Let's see here. Greg does not like DC McFarlane. Okay, apparently. Have I seen how bad the face sculpts are on anime? Oh, we already went through that. Let's see. Any soldier action figures that are not Joy Toy or Marauders, like Click and Play or something like that? I don't know what the question is there, Juanito. Do I have any that aren't Marauders and Joy Toy? Yes, I have G.I. Joe. I have Click and Play figures, but they suck. They fall apart and they're shitty. I have some core figures, even the new ones, which are pretty decent. I mostly get the Click and Play stuff or the World Peacekeeper stuff. I'll get that for the sets that they come with or some of the vehicles. I don't really get them for the figures because the figures are just poorly done. Woodman said he finally posted his custom team video. Ooh, I'll have to check that out. My Sweet 16 inspired me to finish your group. Awesome, man. That's awesome, Woodman. I'll have to check that out, bud. And now I have to make a video about how much I don't like you anymore. Okay. Sounds good. Do what you gotta do there, Fixer. You gotta do what you gotta do, bro. Anything soldiers, not Joy Toy or Marauders, like Click and Play or something. Oh, I already answered that. There are rare comic book female figures out of Marvel Legends that are good in the face sculpts. The new body, I hope, is as good as it looks. Yeah, me too. I feel like at this point they should, double jointed elbows need to be a thing for female figures. I really don't get what the holdup is there. I don't get it. I get their skinnier figures in the arm, so there might be a little bit more dainty. If you strengthen the plastics, I think in the connecting points in the elbows, I think they'd be fine. If DC McFarlane can do it, Marvel Legends can do it. I think I don't know. I don't know. Marvel Legends is like a. Yeah, I don't know. It's like they've been saying they're gonna update stuff for so long. It's like, when are you gonna do it? So like, when are you gonna do it, bud? And like, for the most part, like I said, I'm pretty happy about with what I have, but you know, there's a lot more that they could do. I think there's a lot left on the table with them. Uh, I'm running out of room. All enjoy toy dips. Uh, where do you find the core toys? I can't seem to find any. Oh yeah. Well, welcome to the club, Manito. Welcome to the club. Yeah. It's really hard to find core figures now. Walmart doesn't stock shit, and then when they do stock it, it's gone right away. Similar to just about everything else that happens at Walmart. I want to say they're a lot worse than Target as far as stocking anything. I actually found what was it? The Rock. And no, not Dwayne Johnson, but The Rock. Let me just get over here. Doot, doot, doot. Doot, doot, doot. The Rock from, and this is the back view, obviously. But I got that from Joe Fest, and there just happened to be a guy that was selling like a bunch of core figures. So that's where I got that. I still have not been able to find the newer sets that came out. What was it, about a year ago? I haven't been able to find any of those in store. Most of the core vehicles that I have or sets are old, and sometimes a lot of Lennard stuff that they do release are usually older sets with a new deco. So if they did come out with something and it didn't, and it missed your grasp, I'd just be patient at this point and just wait it out, because they usually re-release stuff and call it new and then just redeco it like a lot of other toy companies do. So I wouldn't worry about it too much. Like I said, they'll probably come back out with those. Walmart has always been bad outside a few stores here. Oh yeah, I mean, yeah. I got a bunch of Walmarts in the South, and it's just the drizzling shits when it comes to providing anything at a Walmart. What was it? I think I found. What did I find the one day? I struck gold the one day. What did I find? I can't remember what the frick it was. I think I found what was it? I can't remember. But anyway, I went to a Walmart and they had a bunch of stuff in stock. I think it was DC McFarlane stuff, some Transformer stuff, some. Oh, it was the day I found all the newest wave of the Lightning collection stuff. So what was it? In Space Blue and that whole wave. I found that, and then I found, what else did I find that day? I had to redirect this kid because he was looking for GI Joe stuff, and there was a bunch of GI Joe retro stuff that they had out, and I was he's like, man, I can't find any GI Joe stuff, Dad. And I was like, hey, small child, come over here. They're right here. They're right there. And I was pointing at them, and I'm like, hey. He's like, oh my God, they actually have them. And it's that it's bad if a fucking 6-year-old's knows, oh my God, nobody ever stocks anything anymore. I can't believe they actually have something. So when a 6-year-old child has the same reaction that a adult collector has towards a store like Walmart or Target, that's pretty sad. That's pretty depressing. Dude, you made me laugh with your post finding the NECA TMNT score. Why? Why did that make you laugh? Oh, you scored him too. Oh, nice, man. Yeah, I should grab. Where did I put my Mondo? Oh, he's over here. Let me grab him real quick. Okay. Oh God. I'll put him right there. Batman, just take care of him. All right, so there we go. Boop a doop a doop boop boop. Boop boop a doop boop boop. Doop doop doop. All right, so the story with me and Mondo Gecko. So Mondo Gecko holds a very, very special place in my heart. Okay? He wasn't the first figure I ever had, because the first wave of Ninja Turtles was the first figures I had. I think it was Donatello. That's probably why I like him so much. That, and I just always dug Donatello, even though everyone makes fun of Donatello. But anyway, Mondo holds a very special place in my heart because I had a ton of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles growing up. A ton. It was one of the few lines I actually had a plethora, an actual good, solid cast of figures for. It was like the one toy line that my parents wouldn't say no to. I don't know why. They wouldn't say no to that. They said no to G.I. Joe. They said no to Transformers. They said no to Motu. They said no to fucking everything else. But they would just randomly hand me a Ninja Turtle. I think it's because a lot of Ninja Turtles at the time were on clearance. But anyway, Mondo, I had a bunch of these figures. Mondo was one of the few figures. We had a huge flood, and all these figures got just trashed. And my mom was given a check for. I've told this story numerous times, but for those of you that don't know it, there was a big flood. The insurance adjuster just basically took all my toys and threw them out, and handed my mom a check for what they were worth at the time, which was probably nothing. And I never got my figures, and that's kind of where the collecting started. I kind of tried to regain everything I owned and then, get some new stuff too. But Mondo was one of the few figures that I actually had left. So I think it was like him and like three other Ninja Turtles that I only had. It was him, Yusaki Yojimbo, which is standing right over there, Ace Duck, Mondo, and I had Genghis Frog, and I had Donatello, so 5. So I had a handful of figures left. That was it. That's all I had. And they just happened to be in my room instead of the playroom, which was down in the basement. And, I always liked his design. I was huge into skateboarding at the time, too. I skateboarded for about 7, 8 years straight, consistently. And I still have my board. And I've been trying to start skate again, but I'm old as shit now and my knees suck. But, which just means I'm out of shape. But anyway, the Mondo, I would always go out of my way to take care of that Mondo figure. And I don't know why. I liked the character. I liked his design. He was, I think the actual toy itself was cooler than this design right here. So I'm really excited for the Super 7 stuff. And I know a lot of people give Super 7 shit, and they have it. They have it coming. It's warranted. I give them shit too for their business practices. But I am really, really excited. I haven't been excited for a figure like that Mondo in a very long time, because I think they just knocked that figure right out of the park. I can't wait for December to come. I can't wait. But this figure was kind of like a hold me over, It was not the version that I really wanted, but the version I remember watching, and the version that's available right now, and for a $30 price point. So I didn't think it was too bad. And then they also had, let me just find him. Yeah, please. They also had Muckman. And Muckman was another one that I was heartbroken when I just didn't have him anymore because I thought he was just so cool. His sculpt was awesome. Um, he's just disgusting. Like he's one of those characters that you would think were involved with Toxic Avenger, the Toxic Avenger and such. So I don't know. I just it's just so cool, you know. And Joe Junkie, like it's just so awesome. And the overall presentation of the figure looks fantastic. Like the box art and everything. Like I just think NECA does a really good job on some points, and then bad on other points. But I think their Ninja Turtle line, and it even comes with the ooze, which pretty awesome. And I haven't. The only reason I haven't taken him out of package yet is because I want to do a full live review on him and Mondo because I just have so much to say, and there's just a lot of nostalgia here. And I'm really even excited that the Super 7 figures that are coming out, like they even included Muckman and Mondo in the same wave. So I'm like super excited. And then Donatello's in that wave, which he's my favorite turtle. So I'm like, I had to just get that whole wave. I really did. And but Mondo here, he's a really cool figure. I don't really have any quality control concerns about him. Just really quick, he comes with like a little gecko right here, which is pretty cool. And then he comes with a bomb right here. He comes with his little sash. He comes with his gun. He comes with this little wristband that's actually kind of is detachable right here. I'm going to do a full review on this guy. I promise I will. And this is something I'm really excited about. The tail was actually detached in package, so you don't have to worry about that taking a room or anything like that. But the mouth is articulated. Like he's absolutely awesome, and I love him. Look at that. You can even open it up a little bit wider and shut. It's just so cool. The skateboard actually even feels like the old toy skateboard. Like it has that sound and that feel. Like he rolls and everything. There's no issues. He doesn't feel like a chintzy, crappy figure. He feels like a really solid looking figure. He also comes with spare hands as well. So he's got his gripping hands and he's got his open kind of skateboarding hands. So, oh man, it just really scratched an itch for me. And I was just so bummed out when I went to the NECA website and he was sold out, you know? And he was sold out within like minutes, if that, maybe a minute. So I was really bummed out. And yeah, I just, I was baffled that they actually had as many Mondos and Muckmen as they did in the store. Like I couldn't believe it. It was one of those moments where I actually just got lucky and found something because I'd never really find anything in store. It just happened to be lucky that day. And thank God because I actually did when I found him. I actually didn't even have a card on me that day. I forgot my wallet, and what was it? I think it was on my break or something for work, and I just happened to stop in to go to the bathroom at a Target, and I was like, oh, I'll just check out the section real quick and see what they have. And then I saw him. I was like, oh, yep. I handed one of each to the employee. I said, can you please hold these for 24 hours? And I came back that day, got them, and I was so happy. Oh my God, I was so damn happy. But yeah, so that's my little Mondo Gecko story. In case any of you are like, what the hell is so special about Mondo Gecko? Blue Ninja was gazing at Wonder Woman. I mean, she's a sexy lady. She's a lady. Whoa, 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 yes, a lady. Talking about my sexy lady. And the lady is a mine. Sorry, can't help it. But yeah, he was looking at her a little bit, just a little bit. Let's see here. Mondo and Hydro Viper. Yeah. Hydro Viper. Yeah, the Hydro Vipers. I still think, if GI Joe were to modernize the damn Hydro Viper, or even just give us the classic look in a modern action figure form, which I can't believe they haven't been done yet. We got the eels, which were fantastic. We got the Paravipers, which are essentially eels, but are also halo jumpers. Um, we've got the Cobra Divers. We got pretty much everything that you could ever ask for from a subnautical perspective from GI Joe in the modern form, except for the damn Hydro Vipers. And I'm like, where are my Hydro Vipers? Those are like the ones that I wanted out of all the Viper, out of all the eels. Like I'm like, or all the Vipers, excuse me. But yeah. Let's see. Did I get Bebop or Rocksteady from Super 7? Yes, I do have Bebop. Rocksteady is on the way. Same thing with Mikey. I passed on, what was it, Metalhead, and I passed on April. I just wanted the four turtles. I'm very trying to keep the Super 7 stuff to a very select thing. Pretty much what I have. I have Baxter Stockman. I do have Shredder. I skipped on the Foot Clan guy, Foot Clan soldier. Um, I have Baxter from Super 7. I have, what was it? Mutagen Man. I have Leo. I have Raph. And I think that's it. But I can't wait for the December wave. That's the wave I really want. It's the Casey Jones one. It's the Muckman one. Donatello and Mondo Gecko. I mean, how do you say no to that wave? I don't know how anyone says no to that wave. I really don't. Like that's all of those characters are for somebody. All of those characters are for someone. You know. Tom Jones. Be friends. We can be friends again. Okay, sounds good. I'm all about some Tom Jones, man. Come on. Mars Attacks. Tom Jones. Fucking awesome, man. You know what I would love? I would love some like. I really like what Mezco's doing with their kind of like that kind of pop culture. Um, what was it like Doc Nocturnal and those type of looks, like the kind of Mars Attacks kind of um, cult looking movie, cult classic looking movie style. Like where it just has that kind of like Quentin Tarantino feel to it. If you guys know what I'm talking about, it's hard to explain, but the kind of cult pop culture look where they don't necessarily have I don't know how to, kind of like those old Grindhouse feature films where they had one-off characters that had a nice little story and then that was it. You know, I really like what Mezco's doing there with their kind of what was that? What are those called? I forgot. Let's see. It's called like Rumble Society or something like. I think it's Rumble Society. But I like some of those designs. They're pretty cool. They're going a little bit too much with the skull heads, but I would like to pick up like maybe like a Doc Nocturnal if he's not too expensive. But I think they run a little bit expensive. I have to say, I wish Super 7 did accessory kits to buy. I agree. I love so many accessories they have. Yeah, that would make sense. I mean, even from just a business standpoint, I think making accessory packs in general for toy lines should be a staple. Everyone wants accessories. There's some even figures. There's people that will buy figures that I've seen in the past just for the damn accessories and not even for the figure, which I think is funny and a little ludicrous, but funny nonetheless. He's giving birth box. What's going on with Zorpox? Hey Andy, what's going on, buddy? Be sure to check out Andy's channel as well as Woodman's. Just trying to give people a shout out. Zorpox as well. Zorpox, we got to link up, bud. Me, you, Stry, and and Jossie, we all got to hook up, man. We all got to link up and just shoot the shit. It's been so long. I feel like we get Kyle together too. Every time I try to link up with Kyle, he gets flaky on me. I don't know what's going on there. Um, my room looks awesome. Thanks, bud. Hopefully, when we get that garage, we actually had to hold off on getting a garage done with a room above it, like a bonus room, because they wanted something like 85 grand for one, and I was like, yeah. I mean, we could do it. We could do it. But no, I'm not spending 85 grand on something I could spend 50 grand on. That's just absolutely just ridiculous. So we're gonna wait until lumber prices go down to get that all done. But for now, that this room is gonna be where it's at for now. But yeah, I'm looking to get a detolf shelf in here, and then I want to get another. What was it? As far as here, let me just pick this up. I'm looking to get a detolf shelf to go here in this corner. I had to move this stuff and such. There's a little back room there where we store stuff. I'm still working. The room is a work in progress. There's shit all over the floors, of course. But there's a little spawn shelf. There's the OG spawn up there. I need to reorganize this. I just kind of threw in the Justice League there. Why not, But yeah, that's the review space right there. There's all the usual suspects here from Joy Toy. I'm not really trying to do a whole room, but I was just trying to talk about. I'm going to put a TV here, I think, with a shelf underneath it, so I can put like my Xbox One and PS4 and stuff, and just kind of be able to play in the room. There's all my wrestling figures right there. Not all of them, but the ones I really wanted to keep present are right there. I kind of split them up into Attitude Era on the bottom, and then Golden Age right here, and they're all the way back there. You can't see it. I know there's a lot of shadows. I'm going to get some LED lighting. And then we got kind of a collaboration here. We've got some WCW right here on the right, and then on the left we've got the New Generation era, and then we got all my Shawn Michaels shit. So those are all the HBKs I got. And if you're wondering, where's that custom? He's a custom right here. This guy, he's a custom right there. But anyway, I'm going to get another shelf here. Whoa, I'm bumping into shit. I'm going to get another shelf right here that's the same height as that. This way there's room for a TV right here. And then we'll go from there. There's this stupid... I can't wait till that's gone. Stupid trampoline. But I need room for Devastator. That's the third-party kind of knockoff Devastator, which is actually better than the actual Devastator that came out. So if you are wondering which Devastator to get, that's the one. Get that one. Ninja Turtle stuff. Now I'm turning this into a goddamn collection thing. Some of those are Boss Fight Studios. There's the OG. I think I have the Croaker in there too. The Croaker's back in there. Ninja Turtle stuff. I'm still waiting on Leo to re-release. Then I'll have all of them. Those are all those turtles. Here's some of the Super 7 stuff with some of the retro. And then, I'm not going to get into all that shit, but you get the point. But, the room is still a work in progress for the most part. I'm not trying to be braggadocious or anything by showing any of that. I'm not the type of person, but just kind of trying to give you guys the layout as far as what's going on with the room and such. But yeah, so it's still, like I said, everything is always a work in progress. I feel like even us as human beings, we are a work in progress, right? Turtle in Time hoverboard turtles, yeah, that's what those are. I told myself, I was like, I'm either going to get the traditional, cartoon turtles from NECA and get the 2-packs, and then call it a day, or I'm gonna get the Turtles in Time. And I gotta say this, like I love the cartoon turtles. Don't get me wrong, but Turtles in Time, I played that game so many times at Putt Putt with my friends. There's just something special about Turtles in Time for me, where I was just like, you know what, I got to pick the Turtles in Time one. That and the paint deco, it has that different paint deco on it, which is pixelated. It looks cool. It's different. It stands out. I feel like if I just got another cartoon Turtles, like it's just another cartoon Turtles, you know. So I went with something a little bit different. I went with those the Turtle in Time figures, and I thought they were pretty good for a $20 price point, you know. You get the hoverboard, you get a display stand for the hoverboard, you get the figure itself with all those accessories, and how can you beat that? You know? It just looks great. But, yes, it's the Jinbao, Woodman. It's the Jinbao. The Jinbao is the one to get. Don't get anything else that's not the Jinbao. I understand, like, the Jinbao one might be a little bit pricey for a knockoff, but the quality that you get with it is solid. It's really good. And even just transforming them, I didn't even transform any of them with instructions, and I got it done. Like, I just figured that shit out like in a Rubik's Cube, you know? Get Mondo out of here. But yeah, I've been having actually a lot of fun with these dudes. And they are actually, I mean, they're not without flaws, trust me. They are definitely not without flaws at all, but they are a lot of fun to just dick around with, you know? They're pretty decent with balancing. Like I said, at the price point when they came out with, they weren't. I didn't think they were worth the money, but now on sale, oh hell yes, go grab yourself some for $12. I mean, how can you? Hopefully that worked. I think I'm frozen somewhere. Oh no, there we go. Now we're back. We're back. I swear we're back. um, the wrist joints on these figure hands specifically are very loose, and the thigh joints are very loose. It's just on the one this leg right here, and it's like I've noticed that on a few of these. Let me just get him appropriate. The ab crunch leaves me a little wanting at some points, but I mean you can get him into decent poses. Let me see if I can do this situation. Get his hand. There we go. Just gotta get him balanced. His knee also is wanting to see now. His hand just fell off. They fall off very easy because this peg is so shallow. See how shallow that peg is, and then the peg hole is even more shallow, so it doesn't help either way. Let me see if I can get him appropriated. And his ankle is a little loose too, so I got to really work with this dude and his ankle. But let's see what we can do here. Kaz, what's going on, bro? Long time no see, buddy. It's nice to see you, though. Always a pleasure. Come on, stand. It's the ankle. The ankle's so loose. He might fall over, but there we go. There we go. He can kick, he can stand, and there he goes. It's that ankle, man. I'm telling you, his ankle's super duper loose. I mean, it's not like the worst, but he doesn't want to hold a stance on that weak ankle. Let's see if the white ninja will do, or if the other ninjas will do it. Where'd they go? Where'd I put them? Where'd you go, ninjas? All right. Just lurking. Where do you get them? You can go on the Fuchsia.com, go to their shop. And they still, if you click on the August 21st sale, they're still on there. All the blue guys, all of the tan ones, all the colored ninjas are like, they're $12 a pop. I think these guys are getting a little low in stock, so I'd grab a couple if you could. And then you're still only spending like $25 for two figures. I mean, that's not bad in this day and age. And they do come with accessories. They come with two swords, a hood, an extra head, and a dagger. This dagger right here. So yeah, the Foosh store. So be sure to check it out, man. Just trying to help you guys out in case you guys are looking to add some of these to the collection. They still, like I said, they have a few figures up still from the sale. Let me just check the website now. I'll just check and make sure that there's still stuff on there. Whoosh. There we go. And I'll just show you what's available really quick right now, if you guys are interested. No, I don't want the forum. What is this shit? There we go. All right, so when you enter the Foosh. Oh my God, my screen is so crusty. On top of that, goes in. There's the in-stock sale. These guys are 23. This is this dude right here. Oh my God, I'm knocking shit all over the place. That's this guy right here, White Ninja, Shokin. And then we got the clearance Desert Ninja. This is the blue gi martial artist I picked up. He's $11.99. That's the blue ninja I was just playing around with and standing up. There's the green ninja right there. There's a purple one for $11.99. And there's the black ninja. That's the one I got too. It's on the way. So the Whisper, Midnight Whisper ninja is $23.99. So not bad prices. I mean, I think for those prices, they're worth it. I absolutely positively think that they're worth it. So, but yeah, they're fun to dick around with. You know, if you're just bored and you need something to play around with, put in your hand and just, you know, other than the obvious. No, I'm just playing. But yeah, if you're just looking for something to just, you know, kill some time with, these are fun to kind of play around with, you know. And I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do with this dude. But oh my good Lord, his wrist is so loose. It's so loose, and it wants to just pop off at a whim. Oops. There we go. Yeah, it's just, oh my good Lord. It's so loose, I feel like it's going to fall off if I were to shake it. Like, I'm barely putting any pressure when I do that. Those hands. But it's cool. Other than those doo-doo ass hands or wrist joints. And especially when he holds a sword. See, his hand just keeps falling off at this point. It's almost like I have to switch the hands and put a different hand in there. Can I pair them up with the NECA movie turtles? I can show you. Hold on one second. So the articulated icons ninjas are more of a true 6-inch. They're not a 7-inch NECA, so they're going to be smaller. The turtles, you could tell yourself the turtles are larger in the movies. So I mean, here's a comparison right there. I don't think that's too far off. If you wanted to go with a smaller Foot Clan, I guess you could. But they are definitely going to be smaller than a NECA figure. NECA usually runs around 7 inches. The turtles are supposed to be a little bit shorter, just because the turtles are shorter in general. But if you wanted to switch it up, I think you could. I think if you wanted to do a different universe and do your own thing, you could make the turtles larger, kind of like the the Michael Bay ones. But um, those are a little bit too large, I think, and ugly looking. But I still think it's funny also that like we can't get a proper movie turtles other than the '90s turtles like these. Like this is still the best design. It's still by far the best look, and it's still by far the best Ninja Turtles movie, live action wise. Like the first movie is still like the best. It really is. That and it because it had a lot of themes from that original comic too in it. So I don't know. That's just my opinion. But I think they're okay. I mean, like I said, if you want to have your turtles being a little bit taller, like I said, they're not that much taller than the ninjas. They're a little bit taller. I want to say about a half a head taller, but not too much. So it's not too bad. If you wanted to do that little comparison, you could. Or you know, go ninja, go ninja, go. ODC, are you looking forward to all the Hasbro Power Rangers turtles? No. I'm gonna pass on those. Like teach your own. If you like it, go for it. Um, I'm definitely gonna pass on the Ninja Turtles crossover situation thing, or like the theme. I get it's not like a crossover. It's like a theme. I think where they're doing Ninja Turtles as Power Rangers. So I'm gonna pass on that one. Um, I'm trying to focus, and I've been telling myself this. I even was having a long conversation with my girlfriend about this. She's like, "So, like, what are your goals?" And I was like, "You know what? My goals have changed so much since I started collecting originally. Like, I just want to really focus on more specific things from now on instead of just getting all of the, not trying to get. I don't get all of the things, but I get all the things that I think are important to me. Where there's kind of like not only space issues now until I get that extra space built. There's also priorities, There's other things that me and my girlfriend want to do together. And there's other stuff going on with like our house and stuff that we want to improve that are more important than, toys. So, Jim Largo, what's going on, bud? So I can't just get all of the Power Ranger stuff. I'm gonna start scaling back a little bit, especially when it comes to Power Ranger stuff. I think I'm gonna pass on all the A Squad stuff. I wanted the A Squad stuff initially, and now I'm just kind of like, yeah, I think I'm good. I think I might pass on that. So that's a lot of money that can go into something else that I might really be more invested in. Like, I'm really digging the Spawn figures, man. The Violator that's coming out and the Clown that's coming out. Oh my God, that Violator looks amazing. It looks absolutely amazing. So I'm really stoked about that. Strident, and I blame him. He got me back into Mezco figures, and I told myself I wasn't going to do that. So thanks a lot. I'm blaming Strident for that one. But yeah, man. Let Largo in here. You guys are funny. But yeah, man, just priorities have changed, and like when it comes to GI Joe, like I'm good. I have so much GI Joe happiness in my life. I'm good on that. The Joy Toy stuff, I'm oh, fuck. I love Joy Toy. God, it's such a good company. It's such a good company. Um, They're figures. I can't get past like the detail. They're I'm not gonna lie. Some of their quality control has issues sometimes. Like if you got the mechs that turn into bikes, shit, you might as well just pass on those if you haven't gotten them. Don't get them. Just Strident and Jossie have both been just having major issues with those. They had to glue shit together. It's like you essentially are just gluing that into a bike. I don't know. That's just my opinion. I'm like some of the Joy Toy stuff. I'm like, yeah, I'm good, but I love me some futuristic shit. I love it. Um, the majority, I want to say the majority of the Joy Toy stuff, I think it's my favorite company of the year. Of the last like 2 or 3 years, it's been my favorite company. I don't think it's put out the volume that Joy Toy has, or the quality that Joy Toy has, and the variety that Joy Toy has. I just across the board, I think they knock it out of the park every time. We always get something new and different from them, and regardless if people want to say like, oh well, they kind of bite off of other stuff and like some of the stuff Marauders does, but I love Marauders. Don't get me wrong, but they bite off a lot of shit that GI Joe has done. So everybody copycats off of something and uses it for something. Look at Mythic Legions. It's basically Motu. Like a lot of those character designs are inspired. So like that happens everywhere. You know. I am just monologuing here, so sorry. Largo goes where he pleases. Joy Toy are really fun. I thought I was strictly 112, and then I saw the mechs and stuff. Yeah, man. Jim, I'm telling you, the mechs are fucking ridiculous. They're absolutely ridiculous. Like, here is. So if you guys, some of you on here don't know about Joy Toy, let me just introduce you to this shit. It is like that. I essentially have a full base here. There's a med bay, and this came like a med bay. There's a just a fucking meeting area. Uh, there's a watchtower right there, and you can all build these. These are all sets that are meant to be what they are. Here's a monitoring room, I think they call it that. Here is a specific mech workstation right here. This is, what was it, the Fear Mech 3? And then if we come over here, there is the Fear Mech 2 with the skull face. There's the Fear Mech 1. There is the Humvee that I did a review on. That is friggin' sick. Here's the new mechs that just came out. These two, they're pretty awesome. They run a little bit smaller, but they do come with pilots. So they come with him. He comes with that one. She comes with this one right here. And then this is a 124 scale one, but it works, I think, with and you cannot fit a guy in there unless he's 124 scale. But the 124 scale figure I got with him, that came with him, actually kind of works as like a little person if you want to make believe that a little person could, can be in your team. I think so. I think it works. But anyway, I also use him as a drone too, so he's kind of like remote operated. But there is the Freeman. That's kind of the guy that started it all as far as the 112 scale figure mechs went. He was the first of the 112 scale mechs, and it kind of just grew from there. And I want to say he's kind of intermediate sized, where these guys are the smallest of the mechs. Then it goes the Freeman, and then the Fear series, which are far taller, far larger than any of the others. So I know my lighting is kind of shit right now, so I apologize. But they all open up. They all can fit a figure inside. This is kind of the pilot I gave to the Freeman, which is one of my favorite Joy Toy figures, which is the Paratroopers set. But man, I really kind of mixed and matched with all of this stuff. I threw in some Halo brutes and shit with the the kind of, I guess, alien-esque 3 packs of the, what was it? I want to say, like, they're kind of, I forgot what the name of them are, but there's the red team and then there's the gold team. And I kind of just fit them all in with some of the brutes because I thought they just fit in well. You got the red brute there, the gold brute there, the another gold. So some of the Halo stuff actually does work with some of this. I even threw some acid rain in there, which you want my feelings on acid rain? Go check out my video on them. I just kind of, you know. Do I know anything about Joy Toy's backstory? Okay, so Joy Toy's backstory is kind of what you make it. It has some universe building in it, and it doesn't. So it doesn't. It doesn't. Some of the 3 packs that they did come out with for a little while had a theme and had comics that came with them, and I thought they were going to continue that, and then they didn't, and there wasn't too much story. Some of the figures that they do come out with actually have a movie attached to them, like what was it? Oh my god, well, The Wandering Earth, which is actually a really solid foreign film. If you guys want to watch that, it's a Japanese or Chinese film. But it's a really big budget Chinese film, and it's really well done, like super well done. So if you guys want to check that out, you can. They have the figures that are featured or characters in the movie in figure form. I actually have one of them. He's the Gatling gun character. So definitely check that out. I think it's still on Netflix if you guys want to check that out. It's called The Wandering Earth. But so that's I think the coolest thing about Joy Toy is that they're a hair away from actually having their own universe, but they haven't established full characters. So there is that aspect of that missing. And I still say that that's the one aspect. I get, what was it? Justin Bell wrote a book about Marauders, but they don't really have true characters. It's kind of like build your own. And that's fine. We all like to be creative. God knows you guys have seen all of my Marauders videos. I like to be creative too, but it comes to a point where you've got to start establishing a universe or the toy line to prolong it, to give it further life down the road. People want to get invested in characters. People want to get to know characters. And that's just the way we are as human beings. We want to get to know the things that we have physically in front of us as representation. Personally, I think that's one of the major aspects that's missing from Joy Toy, but you can kind of make up your own universe, which helps, keep us young, right? Our imagination keeps us young, and you got to keep that going. Let's see. There are definitely different factions, Jim. And that is great. That's a lot of fun to get into. You see all these different factions. You can kind of, like, you'll see futuristic stuff. You'll see alien-esque stuff. You'll see modern stuff, modern military stuff. You'll see futuristic designs. You'll see sci-fi designs. You'll see they have a little bit of everything for everybody. So if, like, you only want the modern military stuff, they have that for you. They have sci-fi stuff for you. They have futuristic looking stuff. They have alien-esque looking stuff. They have a bunch of different themes for you. If you're only into bases, you could build your own base by buying the Dio sets. So there's a lot of options with Joy Toy. That's why I think they're the best company within the last like 2 to 3 years. And they don't get much love. They really don't. When you look at the action figure community, not a lot of people even talk about Joy Toy. Like, they're just catching up to, and that's fine. Like, I get a lot of people they're not on top of every little detail, and I get that. I'm not saying you have to be, but a lot of people don't talk about Joy Toy, and maybe it's for the betterment of Joy Toy, so the prices don't go through the roof and things are still available. Which usually with Joy Toy figures, they're pretty well available. It's the one toy company where I don't mind pre-ordering everything from. Brenda, what's going on? Happy Labor Day. Oh, you did watch, you said Holy Joy Toy? Guess. What stands do I use ODC to keep them standing? I can't find any aftermarket ones for Joy Toy that work for Joy Toy. I think if here, let me double check for you guys. I'm pretty sure Joy Toy has action figure stands on their website. If you guys go to lockertoys.com, I'm pretty sure they're still selling action figure set display stand sets. They might still sell the cubes. I don't know 100%. Let me double check. But as far as stands go, I don't really use any other stands, to be honest with you, other than the ones that Joy Toy gave to me with the action figure sets. I did purchase a separate set of them on their own. Let me just see if they have them in stock really quick. Joy Toy, yeah. Okay, we'll just click on Joy Toy. Let's see if they have them. You could send them an email. Sometimes if you send them an email, they'll usually respond. Yeah, so they do. Here we go. Perfect. So they're called display boxes. Let me just set him aside really quick, and we'll set him aside so I got room here. They are on lockertoys.com. If you go here, lockertoys.com, you'll have to hit the store key, and then they're just called display boxes. And it's a 3-piece set. You can purchase these. They come with a display stand, and they come with a little cube that goes over that display stand, and you can put them essentially in like a little miniature detolf. And just to kind of explain what the hell I'm talking about, I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about here. You'll see all these guys are in a cube. These are all the guys I couldn't kind of fit in the display. So I left them in their cubes. There's 3 guys in a cube right there, and they're all got display stands attached to the bottom. So you'll see the display stands attached to the bottom. You don't have to have the cube on if you don't want to, but they do include a stand. And you'll see some of the guys here have a stand on them. And there you go. So there we go. But so if you go there, that could help you out with all of that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I started collecting Joy Toy way back with their 124th line. Amazing growth and improving the toy line. Yeah, I know. They are growing very quickly. Their evolution has been ever since changing, you know. But, well, yeah, I think I'm going to call it here, guys. I think I've been droning on quite a bit enough. Hopefully not too much for you. But I hope any of this was informative, helpful in any way. It was nice to just kind of hang out with you all and just shoot the shit. I know it's been a while, and normally I try to do like at least a couple reviews a week, and it's just been kind of hectic the last like few weeks. But no excuses. I'm not going to bullshit you. I should have done a video or two. But I've got lots to work with here. Like I said, I do want to do some Mezco reviews. I feel like it's. I guess I want to blame Strident for kind of reigniting my enjoyment for those figures, and it's just kind of tough because they're so expensive. You know, we'll get Solitaire in there. There we go. But yeah, these are a lot of fun. When I get the rest of the articulated icons in that I got from that Foosh sale, I will do a live. I want to do a live video and just kind of go through the different types of interchangeability, customization, kit bash, whatever you want to call it, and just kind of just give you a nice little perspective, retrospective, and not really a retrospective, but my perspective on the whole line as a whole, and just kind of discuss it, because I haven't really discussed it outside of Off Our Brains years ago with Strident. So other than that, I haven't really discussed articulated icons at all, just because I didn't really like the price point at the time. But now with the flash sale, it's not really a flash sale, but the August sale that they have, and they still have left. Try and take advantage of it, guys. Try to, get yourself some of these, and, Oh, it's okay, Brenda. It's all right. Oh, you were late at a barbecue? Hey, man. just enjoy it, you know? Enjoy that barbecue. I wish I was doing a barbecue today. That would be awesome. But it's all good. It's all good, Brenda. Don't worry about it. Uh, there's some of your favorite toy maker. That's awesome, man. Yeah, thanks, Jim, for popping in. Thank you, Gaz. Thank you, Brenda. As always, you're an OG, Brenda, and you know it. Gaz, thanks for popping in. As always, Busty. But see, you wrote Dusty, and I said Bud, and I said Bud, and then I saw Dusty. That's right, baby. Yeah. Yeah, we're here. We're gonna get shout outs, baby. We're gonna do it the Dusty Rose way. Yeah. Okay. We're gonna get funky like a monkey. We're gonna get jerky like a turkey, baby. That's right. We're gonna say hi to Brenda. We're gonna say hi to Gaz, baby. Yeah. We're gonna get the bionic elbow outside the bay window, baby. That's right. And then we got some Greg. Greg, what's going on, Greg? Thank you for popping in, baby. Yes. Keep it funky. We got the call to action show with the fixture. The fixture. Oh, yes, here on Saturday night's main event, baby. Back in 1995. We live with the Woodman 29, baby. Yes, that's right. Thorpox, the destroyer of all the Thorpox, is here. He was here, baby. And we're getting it in. Derek Lerner, what's going on, baby? Impromptu tour. That's right. I don't know what I was doing, baby. I just started showing the room around, and I wasn't trying to be no braggadocious kind of douche. But, you know, that's how Dusty do it sometimes. He just be switching it up, baby. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, we're going to say hi to A-Indy. What's going on? And Juanito Review. Thank you for all the inquiries and questions, my man. You are the man. Thank you for popping in, baby. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful Labor Days. You know, we got a lot of labor all week, all year, all month. And we got the Labor Day off today, baby. It's a beautiful thing, you know what I'm saying? Ain't much better than chicken and dumplings other than the Labor Day. You know what I'm saying? That's right. That's how we gonna do it on this outro here. But I'm gonna give it back to ODC. He gonna say goodbye, baby. And I'm gonna say goodbye because I'm American Dream Dusty Rose, baby. And that's how we do. Okay, thanks, Dusty. I appreciate that. Thank you. All right, guys. I think Dusty he popped in there for a little while, but yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. Be sure to, you know, if you want to hit a like, go ahead. If not, that's cool too. You know the deal. You know the drill. Guts, what's going on, bro? We got to link up, man. We got to link up, you know. It's like I was saying earlier. I was saying that earlier to Zorpox. We got to get everybody together, man. You know, we got to get everybody together. We got to hang out. We got to talk some figs. You know, we got to talk some figs, bro. How you doing? All right. Anyway, but I want to let you guys go. I hope you guys enjoy your Labor Day. And Fixer, hit me up, man. And we got to link up too, bud. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy your Labor Day, and I'll see you guys on the flip side.